Hello, it's Jang here with a quick look at a small LEGO Nexo Knights figure and power-up set. This is Ultimate Macy, and right now she has set up her Nexo power of Mace Rain, which goes with that shield insert that you see there, and Mace Rain adds on all of the stuff that's attached to her back here, which in the physical toy form manifests as this large stud shooter, a 6 stud shooter, which you can use to just fire straight forward. You kind of have to keep her actual normal mace out of the way, but you can use it to fire forward, or in a more realistic way, more realistic to how it works in game, you can rotate the whole thing all the way up. Now there's a limited range where you can go while having her on the ground, just because the handle on the back of this thing to activate it, you actually spin this to basically spin the trigger mechanism that shoots these off. But you can always hold it up in the air. But the idea here is that you can get a long arc with your shots, or you can try to make it go all the way vertical. You have to move some stuff out of the way, but in game it ends up just shooting a bunch of projectiles straight up in the air, and then they come down as huge flaming maces. This Nexo power is called Phoenix Blaze, and from what I've used in-game, it gives you increased attack strength for a limited amount of time. And in the physical toy form, it includes the Phoenix Axe, which she gets to equip in place of her normal mace. A nice little setup, just adds little plumes of flame on the side of a double-sided, kind of broad-headed axe that's just wielded with a single hand, and it's all gold in its build. That's pretty nice and appropriately sized. And this last Nexo power here is what I believe to be the most useful and most powerful of the three in game. It's called Jungle Dragon, and in the physical form you just add on a couple of vines onto her shield and then swap out the first setup, the Mace Rain setup on her back. Just swap out the studs for a different color there. In game, this leaves a very strong poison effect on the ground that does damage over time wherever she walks. This figure is another good looking ultimate figure with the trans red colored armor here and the matching visor and face guard, and also a new rubber plume piece that's attached to the top of that. That's in a dark red color. Of course, all of this can just be folded back. I really like the build of the mace here. Great use of those new 1x1 small little pyramid pieces. Not a whole lot you can see here without taking off the armor, but now you get to see her alternate face with some scuff and bruise marks on the face itself, and that's the back print on the torso with some gold elements. And there's also more gold printing on the front. And this lets you see her normal face a little bit better as well, with the kind of trademark little chipped tooth in there, because she does quite a lot of brawling. Lastly, this chest is just a place to store some extra studs that are included, but they give you more studs than you can actually fit in here, because there's half a dozen green ones here, half a dozen green ones are on the weapon right now, and then you get 12 of the red ones also. Not a bad set, one really powerful Nexo power included, and a couple of ones that are useful for different scenarios. I think the whole assembly on her back is very unwieldy for a minifigure, but you can always take that off and just use it by itself. Let me know your thoughts about this Ultimate Macy figure pack. I'll get to work on my next video. Catch you later.